All right, everybody, thanks so much for coming. We have Taylor Brune with us. She is from the Medical Minder Virtual Agency. A few of the physicians in Female Physician Entrepreneurs Group use her. One, I have to point her out, reached out to me, Olga, and said, Sharon, she's so excellent. You have to use her and promote her in the group. So that's just one to get a testimonial, but I know that she's working with others in the group as well who have been very happy. Taylor, always virtual agencies come up, in our group. You had got together because, I like to give talks at least once a month in our group. And I figured
Yeah.
it would be a great way to introduce Taylor to our group, but also learn from Taylor as well with what she's seeing. She's a social media manager as well. So we decided this first talk will be on TikTok. We have others planned as well. And Taylor, take it away. Taylor was she's very gracious and easy to work with. She's done some work with me as well. So I'm thankful that you're here. Thank you for doing this for us. And take it away, however, with you want to do slides. We personally love to see faces and talk, but it really is. If you guys have conversations, we'll put it in the chat, and you can also unmute yourself as well. The first thing, Taylor has a free TikTok planner and workbook, so take a look at that. That's on a Google Drive that you could just download. You also have her email there as well, and I'll make sure that I copy and paste later in the talk. Take it away. I'm going to mute myself.
Oh, thank you so much, Sharon. I feel so grateful to be here and meet everyone. I've worked with female physicians and male physicians since 2016, and I've learned so much working in clinic as a medical assistant scribe and then working outside doing PR and marketing for them. And I just am happy and excited to share what I've learned and what's worked and what hasn't worked, especially with TikTok. So as Sharon said, I created a nice free TikTok planner for all of you to be able to download and access. If you have any problems, just let me know and I'll email it straight to you. It'll help you strategize, kind of think of your brand strategy, and then track different types of topics for your own creation and content. So I put together a slideshow of all different facts. And I wanted to share that. I'll definitely answer questions as well because I'm here to help you. But I wanted to make sure in this time that we have that you were able to learn as much as you can from me and then take notes if you need to. So I'm going to real quick share my screen and put my slideshow up. So give me 1 second.
Love the branding.
Oh, thank you. Here we go. Full screen. Okay. Okay, so today is about TikTok triumphs, some strategies that I've learned with my clients, as well as a few of my influencer friends that I've actually helped guide in the past, and they've just completely boomed. So I've been able to gather a lot of intel and strategies from what worked with their content, as well as some of my clients and then prior clients to owning this agency. All right. So my name is Taylor, and my agency is the Medical Minder Virtual Agency, specifically for women physician entrepreneurs. And I'm really excited about this because working in hospitals, private practices, clinics, I've been able to witness the burden that physicians have. One, increasing their patient lists, the burnout from pandemic, and them wanting to build side businesses, for extra income. So I decided to create this agency to be able to help all women, female physicians be able to have that extra assistance and help, not only with remote patient care, but also, content, social media strategies, as well as virtual assistants. So I offer different services, as web design, helping with the workshop webinar, helping in TEDx talks, virtual medical assistant, patient care, virtual assistant task, which can vary, from different businesses that you guys own to helping with your products and services. And then, of course, social media. All right, there we go. So today you're going to be learning all about branding strategy, crafting the compelling viral content that you want, building that engagement that's really important to building your community and patient lists, and then how to make passive income, which is huge on social media. And then a few examples, case studies of my friends and prior clients. And then that's the same. So why is it important? Why is TikTok important for physicians, especially now in the digital marketing age? We've seen a huge boom with it, especially in the last 3 years. And, as you've seen yourselves, I'm sure you've come across different accounts that aren't quite accurate and, guiding someone with their health, or even just where to look for specific health issues, or just, general education. So it's really important that as your brand, you want to show up as the expert in your field, in your specialty, in your product, your business, your service. And TikTok can help you do this. Number 2 is to build your patient and client list for your business and also for your practice if you have online practice. So when you're visible online, patients can then search you and learn more about you, build a trust with you, and want to purchase from you later on, and even promote you to their friends if they feel like you are a trustworthy person that knows what you're talking about. Number 3 is, adding the additional source of income. Social media does give us the opportunity to be able to earn extra money, which is such an insane notion, just growing up in the 90s compared to now, being able to just post videos and make a few $1,000s a month. It just blows my mind. And you can do it too. Okay, so branding strategy. So you are the face of the brand. So this is how I like to help brand each of my physician clients. And that is, you are the face of the brand, not so much your clinic. And, as you can have social media for your practices, your clinics, that's great, but you want to be the main brand source because everything will fall under you. You want to share your story. You want to personalize it. Storytelling for marketing is how I grew my own brand without even trying. Sharing my personal story, my triumphs, my experience in medicine, and just being able to connect with others through my own story is what made me have opportunities that I could never even dream of. And I was in a documentary. I, have been on the news. I've had different articles in magazines and newspapers and online. I was able to, publish even articles on a psychology and medicine and pre-med student, be able to, publish that. All these different wonderful opportunities that I gained just from having social media and being able to share my story and connect with everyone else who goes through the same thing. So you want to essentially do the same thing because you'll have all these different opportunities, to promote your own business and yourself. So you want to really focus on showing up as the expert, promoting your businesses, your products, showing, your triumphs, showing, difficult challenges that you overcome, how you overcome it, because that's the real you. And that's what people connect easily with. The whole point is connecting with others, building relationships with others, and really building your business and success off of that. And that is the most successful way I've been able to brand every client as well. And they just boom when they start off doing that. And then they obviously promote their, practice Instagram or practice Facebook page underneath it as well. So also branding strategy is, what problems are you solving? I'm sure you've heard this before, but this is key to being able to figure out how you want to brand your TikToks and all your content, and even creating your TikTok account and finding your ideal audiences. What problems does your business, what problems does your practice specifically work on? And, how are you going to solve these problems? What is your expertise? What have your clients or patients raved about most about you? What do you keep hearing like your gifts are? And you want to really essentially create content around that and create your brand around that, because that is what you're expert at and what you can share with this world. Your purpose, your calling, your story is key. It's how you change this world. It's how you transform this world. It's how you know, make a difference, a positive impact in the world. And you want to brand that way too. So yes, branding for target audience. So you will want to find your target audience on TikTok. A few ways you can do this is ask those questions. What problems are you solving? And then really kind of just do research on TikTok, even before you start creating all your content. And you want to look in the viral hashtags of, you know, a specific content pillar of your audience. If you're looking for, you know, menopausal women over 40, then, you know, you put women over 40 hashtag and you look at all the different videos, what they're saying, what they're asking. Just really do your research and find your target audience and your niche on TikTok. So that way, when you post your videos and engage, which I'll talk later on, you'll be able to really target them, and then they'll be able to be flowed right into your account from TikTok, because the algorithm will pick that up. So this is obviously just one of the many, many, many amazing female medical influencers. So this is Vicky Chan. So I put her as an example because she does different styles of content. So here's just a few examples. There's tons more, but you want to really mix up the different types of content you have on TikTok and as well as Instagram. But for TikTok, you want to do behind the scenes of your life, like, you know, in between patients on the break room. What do you eat for lunch? Your thoughts during lunch while you eat, just simple things behind the scenes so people can get to know you and your everyday life and what, you know, you face, what your life is like. That's key. And then personality, you want to show your personality, different videos that highlight that. And that can be like through humor, relatable content, and that's like storytelling, educational content, emotional. You want to capture the emotions of people by using different sounds, like trending sounds that are a little bit more emotionally, you know, triggering. And then also talking to that emotion that they feel of the challenge that they're going through, of the answer that you have that you can give them. Q&A videos are huge. A lot of the clients that have done Q&A videos, meaning we look through different videos of theirs as well as, you know, the competitor videos and find the questions that their ideal audience is asking. And then we have them make the question and answer videos and then post them. And those are huge because TikTok is essentially a search engine like Google, Instagram, and Facebook. You type in, you know, what you're searching for and it comes up. And then if you do a lot of Q&A videos and you type it on and you let them know, this is what I'm going to talk about, they'll be able to find you. And then you want to also share your services and products and then do inspiring types of videos with nature or, you know, your favorite spot that you like to relax and then do a voiceover. Doing different trends. The green screen is huge. And I think she has right here where it says OMG gloves. So she's showing, as you can see, you know, a green screen of someone else's video, and then she comments on it. That is a huge trend, and that will definitely get you viral views. No matter how, like if you're starting out or if you've already been in the game for a while, like that's a huge trend and it will always bring views. Also sharing your podcast interviews, like through little video clips. Those are great. Story times, and then viral content.
You're gonna get it?
And then viral content piggyback. And then, so that means like you will want to look for different viral content that has to do with your niche, your specific specialty. And then you kind of recreate the video similar to that person, but put your own flair and unique perspective. And that you'll be able to create a similar, excuse me, You'll be able to create a similar video as them and it will go viral because it's worked before. So you're essentially looking at different viral videos that have worked before for other people in your industry and your niches and being able to recreate and then put your own flair. So those types of contents really do help. And then, so this is just some of the statistics from last year that TikTok came out with. And I find it really interesting, especially with, you know, our group of women physician entrepreneurs. This is huge. You know, 1 billion monthly active users worldwide use TikTok. That is huge. And people spend about 52 minutes average on TikTok daily. And we all know that's probably more now. But 58% of TikTokers also use purchasing on TikTok, like the TikTok shop that they've opened. And then you can also put links in your bio. So like over half of TikTok users purchase things on TikTok, which is huge for your online courses, your digital ebooks, even your webinars. It's very helpful to be able to have it. And then, you know, 2.5 billion consumer spending. So it just keeps going up and up. And then 55% of TikTok users have made a purchase after seeing a brand product on the platform, which, you know, for marketing and sales, you'll always want to just continue to throw out those videos, like maybe every 4 videos, every 5 videos, do a, you know, product talking about your services, your products. Do it differently each time, of course, but the more you share about what you're offering, the more people will learn to trust it and then eventually convert to sales. And then 78% of small business owners reported that TikTok ads have a positive, you know, return on investment, which is huge. So TikTok ads is new and they have all the information about it on their website. But it is also very helpful as we've seen that even Instagram ads has boomed, you know, in the last year as well. So I'm sure 78%, you know, have seen a positive return on those investment, which is huge. And then lastly, 39% of the TikTok users actively seek shopping opportunities. So this is also big because, you know, this will be able to help you sell your products essentially and your services and grow your patient list because they're actively searching. And especially with doctors, there's so many, you know, physician influencers on TikTok. They want to keep learning. They want to, you know, keep finding doctors that will fit what they need. So this will really be helpful. Okay. So obviously, you know, all the different social media platforms that we have, you know, we can't always have all of them at once. We have to do it step by step. So, you know, when you do consider TikTok, consider these things, you know, is your target audience on there? You know, do you want to spend the time adding that extra creativity and innovation to your videos? Because it does take time. You know, does TikTok have the resources? Do you want to do advertising? You know, is your brand image going to really, you know, bloom on it? You know, do you want to test and learn and see, you know, the different analytics? So just consider these few factors on TikTok if you want to really start utilizing it for your business. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to talk about building engagement and community. So these steps that I'm going to share with you are things that have actually been utilized, learned, and practiced, not only with my accounts, but with my friends, with past clients. And this is what makes it successful to actually building an engaging community. Okay, so this is where virtual assistants and social media managers come in because obviously as a physician and, you know, just not many people have time to, you know, post so many videos per day and then also add the engagement before and after. So a real quick tip though is 10 minutes before you post and then 10 minutes after you post a video, you want to engage with your target audience types videos. This will push your video content to their follow you page. So essentially you're getting your videos in the site and visibility of other profiles. And then the more you can do that, the more TikTok pushes your content out and the faster it pushes out. So that means the quicker it'll go viral. Like you see some of these videos just go viral overnight. Yeah. Okay. And this also, takes strategy and planning. So you want to network. So this is tagging larger creators in the same field as you. So you want to go in like their comments and just write, a comment and tag them, and then, do a personalized comment saying, oh, we do this in our practice. Oh, this is great. I learned this aspect in medical school. It's really helped, years later in my business as well, etc. And what this does is not only does it have their audience visibly see your comment, your profile, to click it and go, but it also, lets TikTok algorithm show, okay, this is the type of, profile that your content will need to be shown to. So it's a few strategies into one, just by commenting and tagging the larger creators, not only in their videos, but in your videos, like in the comments. Oh yeah, and then this is great. So in your videos, obviously you want to encourage the participation through the call to actions, and then posting your links, and then also, utilizing other platforms. So you want to be able to do these three things in your TikTok as well as your other social media. So you do want to make sure you open up the ability to have the traffic flow from one social media profile to the next to your website, because essentially it is a flow, and you will have different audiences on all different platforms, but essentially it will be your target audience that you're collecting, and eventually they will sign up with you. And this is huge. So you do want to always, have a call to action in all of your videos at the end, beginning, throughout, and even in the comments. Okay. So here's some more tips to producing videos that go viral. And when I'm saying viral, I'm talking about 100,000 plus views, hundreds of comments, tons of likes. So this is what gets you big. So these next few tips. So yes, comment on your own videos after it posts at the top. So add keywords in the comments. And this is also a strategy and planning that you want to do on your end. Is you want to be able to strategize what keywords are, will attract your audience that you need. So if you post your video and then you comment right away, so your comment will be at the top, and then it'll have different keywords, and the SEO will trigger the TikTok algorithm to match your audience that it spreads your video to those keywords, the groups. So that will take some research and looking at different keywords that you'll search in TikTok before when you're planning your content. Okay. And then, so this, one of my friends had told me she became a huge influencer, which I'll talk about. And so she added this, and we tried this out, and I've tried this with different clients too. And this is actually very interesting. Because it says on the opposite in Instagram. So you want to use your own hashtag in every video. And that's because you're building your brand, and eventually people want to be able to identify you and be like, oh, that's the medical minder. Oh, I know what she does. She helps, physician entrepreneurs with their businesses. So I would put hashtag the medical minder, because that's a little branding nickname that I want for my business. And you can do the same and strategize for your business as well. And so you just put that in every single video. And this also will be able to have people tag videos that they create of you responding to your comments, and then it'll just boom. It booms you. It's crazy. Like I was able to see people who created videos off my content, and I just was like, wow. So it's really special, because then you can connect with the audience as well. And then you want to follow the follow you page, and these are usually the videos that pop up right when you open the app. And so you want to echo with your own spin for different viral video ideas. You know, so find a physician that is in the same field. Like if you're doing menopause, you want to find one of the top menopause influencers there. And then, you know, kind of follow some of, you know, their followers. You want to look to see what type of content, and then it'll eventually come on your Follow You page, and then you want to like engage with it so that the TikTok algorithm also knows, you know, this is your target audience. We need to push your content out to this. And then you also can, you know what types of videos go viral. And then, so like a little tip, you know, one of the green screen ideas is looking up news articles in your field, and like New York Times, like if there's, you know, something that was announced specifically medically, you want to like share a green screen, talk about it, and then tag New York Times and then hashtag New York Times article. This will also bring the people to you as well. And it's kind of utilizing these free resources that you have that are already viral. So you want to, you know, think about your bio optimization, but TikTok does prioritize video optimization over bio optimization. So it's not so much, you know, worried about all the keywords in the bio. Whereas you want to think more about the keywords in your video instead. So having them, saying them in your video, having them typed out in your video in the comments, that's more important than putting it in your bio. And that's how the algorithm works in TikTok. And then, yeah, so this I mentioned a little bit before, utilize the verified viral creators and, you know, the blue check marks, look for them, see what types of videos they're producing, kind of make your own spin on similar types of videos set up and similar content, and even mention them out, be like, oh, my take from this person's video was, and then like stitch and duet their videos. That will also help you grow as well. And then also one that is scary, especially with medicine, is talking about controversial topics. And, you know, this you can decide what is best for you and having your boundaries with it. But this does, you know, produce viral videos, is talking more about the controversial topics. Excuse me, my throat is a little dry. So yeah, so, and then to keep growing, you want to keep your videos under a minute, and also want to create shorter form videos with funny sounds, and then also do like 10-minute long form videos. TikTok this year is going to be competing with YouTube. So they have offered a 10 minutes, and you can put your podcast interviews, you can put your workshop clips, etc. in those. So you kind of want to have a range of video time. And then the no-nos. You know, don't try too hard, just be yourself, be authentic. Don't have bad lighting or bad quality. Don't use too many filters or effects. Obviously, be wary of HIPAA. And then don't leave your followers hanging, you know, post consistently, you know, post value. Try to get rid of the watermark on, you know, your IG. You know, don't obsess over the follower count. They will grow, it will come big. And then
Taylor,
don't
I'm going to
feel
stop you. I'm going to
Oh,
stop
yeah.
you for a second. You guys, you know, you mentioned the removing of the watermark. For
Yeah.
you ladies out there, the only one that I know of, but I know that there's probably others, would be like something like SnapTick or Snap app. Do you remember the name of that? It's a URL to remove the watermark. Do you have a suggestion for them? And
Yeah,
they're
I
really
can,
beginners, some of them. So I guess
yeah.
what my concern is, why do we need to remove the watermark? Like if you guys download from TikTok and post on other, whether
Mhm.
it's LinkedIn or mostly like Instagram, they don't want to see the watermark. They don't want to see repurposed content. So if you remove the watermark, they don't know if it's original or not. So the options are to do something like CapCut, where you can edit your
The
video.
other one is Nutella. I saw Nutella.
Like what?
Yeah, that
Mhm.
one's for you.
I'm just going to mute Heidi.
Yeah,
Or
CapCut works as
Or
well.
you could download the video, but you need to use an app to remove the watermark itself.
Yes.
So if you're going to post elsewhere.
Yes, exactly. And I have that in my business that I do too. I mean, it's not bad if you have the watermark and you're just rushing, because I do it too, even for mine. I just don't have time to do it for myself. And I still get views. I just notice when you remove the watermark, you get more views and interaction. So that's just, a trade. But also your virtual assistant, social media manager can help you with that so that you don't have to worry about that. That's just a trick. And then, try to utilize their sounds that they have, because they do go viral, trending sounds, looking up viral sounds. And then, yeah, so don't obsess over the followers if you're not getting so many right away, because they will come. They will see the value that you're giving them. They'll see the authenticity of you, and they will come. So just don't stress about that. Because, even though social media, some people boom overnight, others take 3 months or more, and it's worth it though, TikTok and other social media platforms, it's a long-term investment, and it definitely is a wonderful opportunity that you will have, and just different doors will open because of the time that you spent on social media marketing your business and marketing yourself. And then just not overdoing all these sales videos of, every video talking about your services. You want to, talk about the topics too. You want to show your expertise and your knowledge. You want to build that trust. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so make that money. I put down the link over here. And of course, if you just type in TikTok support, it'll go through all the programs and what they require. But here's just some of the programs that TikTok offers that you can make money. You can become an advertiser. There's a new program series where you don't even have to have a lot of followers. You just post a series of videos and you'll make money, like on one topic. It'll spread it out to that specific group of people. And then, TikTok Creator Marketplace, that's a majority of people are on that. And that is where you can make a lot of money. And they're also doing creativity program beta. People can gift you and tip you. You can have sponsorships and partnerships. And then setting up, obviously, funnels to your products and services, or using TikTok Shop. So there's multiple ways to make money, and each one, requires strategy and brainstorming. But once you do it and set it up and dedicate time, you'll be able to set up an additional source of income. So this is just for the creator. Each one, like I said before, each program has different requirements. So this is for the creator program, and you want to at least have 10,000 followers, which you can get pretty quickly if you consistently post. And then having at least 3 video uploaded in the last 28 days, having your own personal creator account. Always do the personal creator account, just not the business account, because it will limit you to the sounds and the trending sounds, which you don't want. And then they also receiving over 100,000 video views in the last 28 days. So this all varies with each program. So you can take a look to see. But this is also why consistency is key. Just consistently having a post go out each day will build up these stats, and then you'll get quicker to the monetization goal that you have. So a few of my friends and then a past client. So my best friend, she was a kindergarten teacher for many years, and she decided sharing all the topics, doing all these different content themes that I mentioned earlier, the green screen, the New York Times article, like all that had to do with her niche of elementary students and parents. She boomed. Like she's done all the different programs. And just off of one video last month, she made $3,000. And that was off of one video, just from those stats. So I want to encourage you, like when you get there, you get there. That's just one video. If you post 10 videos that go viral, like you'll be making so much money. And it's fabulous because it's what you post, what you're excited about, you're passionate about, you're helping people, and you can make money doing it. My second friend that actually before she even started a blog, Instagram or anything, she came to me and I helped her set up everything and told her all the strategies for Instagram, which we can utilize for TikTok too. And she was an ER nurse. But she loved, traveling in San Diego on her days off as an ER nurse. And she was able to quit her ER job and be a full-time influencer, just posting videos of her family going to these places. So once again, this is inspiration. Anyone can do this. You could like quit a few days at the practice, like you wouldn't have to work, 7 days, 6 days a week in clinic or practice. You'd be able to focus more time on your businesses, which a lot of physician entrepreneurs want to do. They want to kind of reduce the time spent in clinic and move over to the businesses, the creation, the clients, and that. And then this man, Taylor Conroy, I was his social media manager for a while. He owns a marketing company on TEDx Talks, and he helps people share their story. So that's where I've learned all the PR marketing and being able to help people get their TEDx Talks. Well, luckily, everything that I was able to teach him and help him with, he utilized. Not only, he was more of a TikTok person. He didn't really like Instagram, so he focused it all on TikTok. And he has been so successful. He made over $10,000, which is crazy, And so once again, you can do it. Anyone can do it. This just shows you that, whether you're just starting out or you've been a long time, you can make money. You can make passive income using TikTok. So yeah. So here are just two of my clients, and just unique stories. So one she actually just ended up deleting her TikTok because she figured she likes Instagram and Facebook more, and this is why I shared this story with you. So she was right about to monetize it. She was 1,000 followers away from monetization. She was already monetizing her Instagram and got the checkpoint and everything. But even though she wanted to delete her TikTok because she didn't feel comfortable having the flow of people from TikTok go into the Instagram, that's a huge thing too, is being able to really think like, do you want the traffic flow? Do you want this attention given to you? Because it is a lot and it can be overwhelming. So she decided no on TikTok, but she was close to it, and she just now is focusing on Instagram and Facebook. But then on the other hand, I had this client who didn't have a TikTok and prefers it. And as she should, because she went viral right away. She shared her story. She's a rheumatologist, but she also experiences fibromyalgia. So she helps fibromyalgia patients in a rheumatology practice. And she is focused on that. She does a Q&A questions only. That's her only content, other than sharing some of her, online course service type videos, but otherwise Q&A, and she's gone viral. And she is actually, we're in the process of getting her set up for her monetization this week. So I was like, so excited, to know that all her hard work of just doing one type of content, she was able to start now monetizing on it. So it's just such a milestone that she's going to be able to have that extra income. So yeah, so example, just for 100,000 to 1 million plus views, you can start at $2,000 earning. And then, if you consistently got multiple videos of 500,000 views, plus you could, earn like $10,000 a month. It's crazy. So just know that, there are no bounds, there are no limits. And what you make, what you create, will return to you, and it's not wasted time. So all this hard work that you're going to put into it, it's not wasted, and you're going to be able, it'll pay off in helping people. It'll pay off in being able to connect with the right people, network with, future job opportunities, collaboration opportunities, and even PR opportunities as well. And also, lastly, it'll be able to help add that extra income for your family and your business. So just keep your mind open and your heart open and just stay positive through it. Because I know there'll be harder days where you feel like, oh, there's just no engagement, or, not many people see my video. Well, that could change in 1 minute to an hour to a day. That could change overnight. And if you just keep at it, keep going, you will get there, because, people value what you say and they value your story. You have importance. And then the last few slides, so what has and hasn't worked for clients. So I, like I mentioned before, I work specifically with female physician entrepreneurs. So it's you, and these are the types of clients that, are similar to what you're seeking out. And so this is what has worked and hasn't worked for them. So keep in mind for your, you going into TikTok and other social media. Yes, posting consistently. Keep posting consistently. This could be 3 times a week, 6 times a week, etc. Just post consistently. Don't go long periods. I've learned that the hard way, and clients have learned that the hard way. And then engaging with comments, video replies. You want to engage with your community. You want to really just answer them and let them know that you care about them, and let them know that you're not just posting videos and then disappearing. And then having a mix of content, including behind the scenes in your life. That really does help, because that just shows you as a whole. And then it shows you as the expert of your field and who you are. And not only do patients look for that, but also people who want to buy from you. And then, as you saw in the last Q&A videos, I don't know what it is. It's just the #1 video that I have seen really just go viral on all my clients. And it's so simple. It's literally, a virtual assistant going through all the videos, and your competitors, and then in yours, and looking at all the questions, and then creating content based off those questions. Like, that is a key thing for viral videos, and it has worked every single time. But yeah, and then, you also do want to show your face. When they weren't showing their face as much, the engagement started to go down. You do want to consistently show your face and, remind people, like, this is you, this is your brand, you're the one that's going to help them, that you're the expert. And then, not just posting all sales, like, buy this, or I'm selling this, my workshop is this. Like, you want to, integrate all the different types of content into the service and business and sales content, because then people will think that you're, only posting just to sell to them. And you don't want that, because, that's, even though that is a huge goal, that's not your main goal. Like, you as a physician and an entrepreneur, you want to make a difference. You want to help people. So you want to show that to these people. And then today, I'll post it again. But I created, everyone who came today, thank you so much for taking time to listen to me. I created a nice TikTok workbook for you. It has the strategy and goal setting, brand brainstorming, and a TikTok planner, so that you can specifically map out your content. It'll help you, because this is what I do for mine as well. And I'll put that in the comments, so you can just copy the link. And then if you can't access it or have problems, or if you have any questions, my email will be in the chat box too, and you can feel free to email me. I put my personal email. And then, like I just said, if you need extra assistance as well, for virtual assistant, anything, feel free to email me. I'm happy to help. And then now, I want to answer any questions. So I'm just going to stop my screen.
Great.
Thank you so much, though, for listening, everyone. I really appreciate it.
Callie, you did a wonderful job. Thanks so much. It was very, really in depth. I think the biggest thing for just like the beginners, just give one form that would be the easiest on their phone to do a
Form?
TikTok. If it was the first video that they're going to do, they've never done TikTok. What
yeah.
type would you recommend? What format? Or like
Yeah.
you mentioned, question and answer. Just the simplest one, the one that comes to your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you just are starting out on TikTok, even if you've posted before and you took a long time and you haven't posted in a while, the first video you want to kind of get back in to the groove, and the algorithm flow, is just really introducing yourself. And it won't sound salesy or anything, because you're just, being like, hi, my name's this is what I do, this is how I help people, and this is the inspiration that I had. You know, follow along my TikTok if you want to see this type of content, or if you're this type of person who needs this type of help. So you kind of want to just reintroduce yourself or introduce yourself in your TikTok and be able to, you know, immediately get into the right niche, the target audience, because the algorithm will pick up that specific niche when you introduce yourself and what you do and how you help people and who you help. So you want to do that type of video first.
Do you
I have
make,
a question. Oh,
please.
okay, is that all right, Sharon? Can I
No,
jump
it's
in?
all right. I was gonna say, let's go on to others. Yeah.
Oh, you said something about a business account versus a personal account. And
Yeah.
can you just, I don't really know what the difference is between those things. Can you just explain that to me, or how I go about doing that?
Yeah, so all the social media platforms, including Instagram and TikTok, they all have this thing where you can have different types of accounts. So there's the creator account where you can use the sounds, like viral sounds, like without copyright issues. That's basically the main reason. And then there's business accounts where that will show more in-depth insights and analytics. It's good to have a business account on Instagram. But for TikTok, you want the creator, because the business on TikTok will limit you to only specific non-copyrighted sounds, which aren't as trending, or it's just not a lot to choose from. And it'll kind of limit you in that regard. I mean, either way, if you choose, it's great, because if you start out with a business TikTok and you just want to see the types of analytics going on, a deeper in depth, that's great. It's just your preference, how fast you want to grow.
Can you
So for
switch
TikTok-
back and forth
I
between those
just,
things?
yeah, on
Yeah.
here, when our account is a business account, and I
Okay.
can switch it to a personal account, and then from there, do I switch it to is that what you mean by creator account, or is it?
Yeah,
creator
it
personal?
should, yeah, it should give the option to creator account. So it's obviously, yeah, if you switch outside of the business account, it should give the option creator, personal, or business. They may have updated it. As you know, all these sites always update like every other month, but it should give you an option outside of business to be able to switch it to that. But it's the
Okay.
creator
Okay,
account.
thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. But yeah, so TikTok can definitely help you with different things and being able to open up opportunities. And especially if you're starting out, it'll be fun. It does take time. So you want to plan out, days, maybe one Saturday a month for like 2 hours if you can, and just create different video clips from 1 minute to like 3-minute videos, and then batch them a month in advance. That's also what I do for my clients, because as we know, physicians, especially physicians who are entrepreneurs, you guys don't have time to be like filming all these videos. So batching and creating is also another tip that I've found is very helpful. And then you don't have to worry because it's already going out. And then for fun, if you have something new you want to announce, you can always post that too.
So
that's my-
Taylor, with you, as far as offering, like you do all the research yourself for the clients,
Correct.
accounts, correct? Like the hashtags, and you do do
Yeah.
you have a content calendar, like maybe today you could talk about, and then the sounds too. Like I know the sounds are big as far as trending.
Yes.
So, I've tried to follow them. It takes a lot of effort each week to
Yeah.
figure out which is trending. So if you use a sound, you're more likely to be found that's trending, because a lot of people are already looking at that. So that's great as far as the research goes.
Yeah.
What other questions? Bettina, do you have any questions? Anybody else? Heidi, go ahead.
Thanks, Taylor. Thank you, Sharon. I have a question for you. So you were just talking about, the 1-minute videos, or keeping your videos under 1 minute as being ideal. What are your thoughts on having, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 videos? Like, is that
Yes.
can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, of course. That's a really great question, because a lot of my clients have done that before, because there's just so much to talk about on certain issues, and then even selling on your services, and the storytelling. So yeah, part 1, part 2, that's great, because then what you do is in your video, you talk about the main part 1, but then you end it as, tomorrow I'll be posting part 2, and this is what I'm going to be talking about. You're going to want to hear this. like don't miss it. And then it'll keep them on your account longer. It'll also bring them back. They'll follow you because they'll want to hear the rest of your series. So this is actually a really good tactic and strategy to gaining followers, is having the series. And then eventually, like I said, TikTok offers series where they pay you to do that, to just do part 1, part 2, part 3 of a specific topic. So yeah, it's a really good strategy. You're going to just want to make sure at the end of each video, you announce that part 2 is going to be the next day, or part 3. And then, kind of just hint at what's going to be coming so that they kind of have an idea. But don't give it all away, and then make it compelling, entice them with like a story with it, or visual aids, or just anything that you can keep their attention, and even cutting off the story or whatever topic you're talking about at like a high point and then continuing the next day. That'll also help.
So cliffhangers you recommend as opposed
Yes,
to like,
cliffhangers.
okay, all right.
I love
Oh
that.
yeah.
Ladies,
Thank
Thank you. So this is Bettina. I do have a question. So can you
Okay.
guys hear me?
Yes.
Thanks so much. So my brand name isn't the same as my personal name. So
Okay.
what name, would it be ideal to go by? I guess, my business is an app. It's a labor support app.
Ooh,
And,
okay.
hopefully building that out to a virtual doula service really, really soon. So excited about that. So
Oh,
I'm, I trained as a doula and I'm a doctor, so I'm not really sure how to market myself as sort of being like,
Okay.
well, I kind of know both sides. So
Yeah.
do I pick like a name like doula doctor, or do I pick my personal name, or do I pick my brand name?
I think it's just really on your goals of how do you want to show up and how do you want to be seen on social media, and what is your end goal? Like, do you want to sell more of your doula practices, or do you want, more patients, or do you want, a combination of all? I think every doctor should have an account, just their name, branding them, and then have
No,
everything.
I don't necessarily want personal patients, because actually my clinical work is very different than my entrepreneurial
then
work,
that'll
which
be
is a little
separate.
crazy. So
Yeah. So you'll want to brand yourself then for the doula aspect, and put your name. Always put your name so that people know it's you, and your types of videos, your types of style of content that you end up creating and sharing. They'll be able to recognize your brand and know that, oh, Bettina, doula, this is a person I want to go to learn from. This is who all my friends who are pregnant need to hear about. So this is why I definitely recommend personalizing it, and then picking, which path you want to really just hone in on. And, doula, Bettina, the doula master, or whatever your brand is, you just kind of want to have that as the headline, and then your name. And then so there's like a name and then like a username. So you want to put your name in, but like your username, you do want to add like a keyword like doula, something doula, just so people know when they search, your name will come up at the top of the search bar.
Great. Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I kind of just add a little more question onto that? Okay, so this is my daughter that's here with me, who's going to be starting medical school this summer, and is also working for me this year. And we have started a podcast called Generations MD. And so we have a TikTok for Generations MD. Now,
And we've already built like a little bit of a following on there. We have a couple like viral videos. So we have like we have a base. But the question is she's wondering, should she make a separate account for just herself or for her practice, like in addition to this?
Or are we better off putting some of my content together, like kind of dovetailing on the success that we've had with that, putting that all together, or two separate things?
Two separate things, especially with podcasts. Like I said, just branding you, having you be a brand, and then having everything kind of fit under you. Like because on your personal TikTok page that you're going to brand yourself, you're going to be able to share some of your podcast videos, and then, link it to the podcast TikTok, link it to your podcast website. And then, so that can be separate, but on your main, you'll be able to umbrella and link everything out and share everything. So they'll know like, oh, she not only specializes in this, has this business, but she also has a podcast, and then they'll know it's you. They always like to see, the main thing about branding is it's changed quite a bit. And that this is why, you know, selling your story, essentially, you're the person, like people want to get to know you, the reason why they want to listen to your podcast, like the things that you've overcome, the things that you've, you know, been faced with, especially in the last few years, like they want to know, you know, they want to relate to that person. And if they begin to relate to that person, then they'll be able to, you know, go to like your podcast, your services, your practice. And yeah, it's just the best way is to just create a separate account with you. And then you can share some of your podcast videos and then mention your podcast channel as well. But definitely make a separate one. I think that would be good. Plus, then at the end of the day, once both accounts are grown, you can be making 2 sources of income. So
Hey, there
that
you
also
go.
too is a key.
All right, ladies, we're
Okay,
almost
that's
at
great.
time. Just a
Thank you.
couple of announcements. Taylor Byrne, please copy everything that's in the chat. She has a nice PDF for us to download.
Yes.
Copy down her email. You've met her.
Yeah.
You'll be seeing her again for, we have a talk
Yeah.
for February and March. Just a couple of
Yeah.
announcements for the group. Please tell your friends about Female Physician Entrepreneurs Group. We try to do these talks and get people engaged, and this is all totally free. We also have our business program, Business Mindset MD, that's launching at the end of February. Heidi, you were in it. Thank you so much for supporting us. So keep that in mind if you are a physician or just starting off with their business. It's a foundations program. And Taylor, I can't thank you enough, really, because we were introduced by a doctor in the group who I mentioned before, Olga, and you've done some amazing work for some of the physicians in the Female Physician Entrepreneurs Group, and you're coming in here giving us your time and your expertise, and I appreciate it. So we always get questions like, you know, do you know a a VA? And yes, now I can say yes, definitely reach out to Taylor. So thank you for this. I appreciate it. And thanks for all the
Thank you,
work that you're
everyone.
helping me with.
Yeah, and thank you,
Thank you so
Sharon, so
much.
much. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone. Yeah.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. We have a talk on CRM, customer relation management. I know it's join us if you're able to. All right. And then Priyanka is talking actually tomorrow night. She has a goal setting talk. So look for that. And we will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone.